Hello and welcome to another episode of Investing Deplorables, a channel that is focused on somebody that might be the paycheck to paycheck investor, or maybe somebody that's working at a retail store like myself. Guys, I just want to give you a brief update about if you watched my last video, then you might be aware that I'm planning on making a video about the reconstitution of SCHD. And so I'd just like to say thank you guys for your patience as I am still working on this video. I'm hoping to get a laptop here soon and maybe start providing you guys with better quality content. But in the meantime, guys, there's not a lot we're going to be covering for today. We're just going to be going over the option trades and also purchasing our few investments that we have for the week. As you can see here with our buying power, guys, I have $100 of, it doesn't show you, but I have $100 of margin sitting in my account money that I have borrowed from the house. And I also have $10 of my own personal equity. So we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look first at our options. So if you guys take a look here at the notices that's here in the Robin page, you can see here that my QuantumScape $5.50 put is going to be expiring Friday. I sold this call option, this call put for just $2 premium. And guys, as you can see here with my Mind Medicine option, I'm sitting at $4.80. I got a credit received for this option because I rolled it over into this month of April for just $41. And now, as you can see, guys, our current price on this contract is $4.80. So I'd need $480 right now in order to just buy this contract back and keep my shares. We're only going to be selling these shares for $7 a piece. So as you can see here, guys, on the total return, I technically haven't lost any money on it because I did sell that option and I got to keep the $41 credit. However, the downside to this is I am going to be selling my shares for just $7 instead of the $11.80 that they're trading at currently, or roughly around in that $11 range. As you can see here, yeah, as I told you, my option was sold for $41 and the total return on that is a negative $424 if I was going to choose to buy that contract back. But we will just let this option expire. Our shares are likely going to be exercised and sold at that $7 price range. And then we're going to be figuring out what we're going to be doing next with the money that we have that's readily available in the account. I have been thinking about maybe ending our sell put options that I've been currently doing on QuantumScape and combining the margin along with the money that I have from my sold option from our sold position on Mind Medicine and going into forward. That would be a very nice milestone for the portfolio, guys. We would then be selling options on an investment that is a little bit more stable and is not going up and going down as drastically as our two smaller penny stocks, as some might call that. So, anyways, that's what we have this week for our options, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at our crypto. And for our stake here, we've got our Ethereum. Guys, if some of you have watched the video, you might be aware that I like to have the portfolio diversity at 2%. Right now, we're sitting at 1.59%. So let's go ahead and get our $1 put into Ethereum. And there that trade has been placed. Let's go ahead and move back. So let's take a look here, guys. Some of you guys might be noticing that I'm choosing to just do stocks instead of ETFs this week. I kind of feel like I've got a nice amount in those positions for now, and I'd like to take this opportunity to buy some of my undervalued positions, like maybe the COPT Defense Properties REIT. And the reason for that, guys, is because I just don't have a lot to invest with this week, and I am seeing some opportunities with our real estate investment trust still, where I do think we're going to have a nice return later in the future. So let's go ahead and buy just $1 of this. However, guys, I may not be doing the Core 7 ETFs as much this week as I normally do. However, we are going to still put a nice amount uh, of our current $10. We're going to put a good portion of that into our JEPQ. And you'll see here in a second, guys, the reason for that is we are now sitting on a dividend of 28 cents. Uh, Guys, I'm not sure if I've showed you this yet or not, but when we go ahead and take a look at our dividend from this one, we can see here that this month I'm getting 28 cents, and the month previously we were just getting uh, 15 cents, I believe. Yep, 15 cents. We allowed that to reinvest. As you guys can see, I got a little bit more aggressive with our investing that we've been doing on this ETF each week. We're trying really hard to get to this year where we're making $2 a month off of this ETF consistently, and I'm also trying to do that with our JEPI or JEPE, but we're gonna focus on the JEPQ first, guys. It does pay a little bit of a higher yield, so it's going to require a little bit less capital to get that to that $2 a month mark. So let's go ahead, take our time, and we've got $8 left, guys, of my personal equity to invest. So let's go ahead and put $2 into that one. So that's done. So for this week, guys, that's probably going to be the only ETF that I'm going to put a little bit of capital into. I mean, let's not forget SCHD, our dividend growth ETF. I do have my roundups for whenever I make purchases. The remaining amount gets rounded up to the next dollar and gets invested into our SCHD. So we do have a little bit of money going into that one as well this week, guys. But in the meantime, that is going to be the only ETF of the core 7 that we'll be investing in. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of our other positions. So our realty income, guys, if some of you guys were watching last week, you might have noticed that I was buying it at that average cost price of $53.99. It was trading around that price when I bought it last week, and now we're down again a little bit to $52.74. And guys, we're also getting really close to hitting that $1 a month peak or amount that I'd love to see from this company. That'll give us another dollar. Guys, you might be wondering why I'm doing this, just focusing on getting to the dollars, but once we get our ETF JEPQ or like our realty income up to that $1 a month mark, we can start using those dividends and investing it into other opportunities that maybe are undervalued or other positions where we'd like to start growing that high dividend income. Or if we have a bear market, we also have that income coming in, and then we can invest in some of our growth plays that are probably underperforming the overall stock market. So let's go ahead, guys, and buy just a little bit of this position here. We've got $6 left, so let's go ahead and buy $1 of our realty income. And guys, this is really cool. As an investor that does not have a lot of money, you can take $10, $5. Maybe you're only doing it every 2 weeks where you're just taking $10 and maybe you're only putting $10 to $20 a month into the market. And I know that seems pretty pitiful and pretty weak, guys, but trust me, you stick with it, you stay consistent, you will start noticing a really nice income coming in from your investments. So, guys, let's take a look at our Albemarle. This is the world's biggest lithium mining producer. I am still a bit believer that we are going to probably see more growth in our electric vehicle space. If you guys have seen those new electric bikes that they're coming out with, those actually look kind of cool. And who knows? Maybe those will get to a point where they're selling for a lot cheaper and they just become a product that's used by the mass amount of the population. All those bikes, guys, cars, all that stuff, it's going to require lithium. And so having our Albemarle as one of our investments, guys, is going to give us a very nice, safe, stable investment. Also, guys, this stock is known to grow its dividend year over year. So if you're looking for other types of investments, guys, this is a very nice, stable investment. And we are currently down 3.46% on it still. So let's go ahead and purchase a couple dollars of this one. We're going to go ahead and put $2 into this one and go ahead and keep lowering that average price them out until we get back to our profitability. Because right now, guys, you can see my average cost is 133.14. So I can keep buying these and keep lowering that amount until we start getting back into the green. Okay, so we have that one now, guys. And last but not least, let's go ahead and purchase our American Tower, guys. Our REITs are still down for the year. The Fed has kind of eased up on when they're going to start cutting those interest rates. So our REITs are still kind of underperforming, but I think this is going to be a great opportunity to start building those positions, guys, while they're cheap, and you can start building that nice stable income from these REITs that legally make you a landlord without having to really do anything. So as you guys can see here, we're down 7.88%. So let's go ahead and take the rest of what we have this week and put it into our American Tower Corporation. Guys, I also really like this REIT. It is the landlord for places like data centers and our cell phone companies. They are kind of a landlord of the corporate America for our technology space. And guys, I do think that with artificial intelligence and other technologies that are evolving, it's probably going to require some of these data spaces. So, I mean, American Tower probably isn't really a AI investment as one would think of, like maybe NVIDIA or Microsoft. But guys, I do think that this AI technology, it's going to probably require a data center, and so these companies that are working on this AI are going to have to pay the rent to the landlord. So that is kind of why I've been buying this one so heavily, if you guys have watched some of my previous videos. But anyways, guys, that's all we have for this week. I'll go ahead and let you guys see the performance of the portfolio. So as you can see here in the previous week, we are up about $32.74. However, I have noticed quite a bit of volatility in the portfolio, so that is probably subject to change. But and then when you take a look here, guys, at our 1 year performance, we are sitting at a performance of 31.24%. And let's go ahead and compare that to our S&P 500 index, the SPY, and see what they're at. And so, as you guys can see here, for the past year of the S&P 500, they are sitting at 27.14%. So 27.14 and 31.9, we are beating the S&P 500 by about 4%, guys. So as we can see here, we're doing a little bit better this week than we were last week. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for this week. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you're one of those returning viewers that hasn't subscribed yet to the channel, please do me that favor and hit that subscribe button and possibly leave a like and a comment down below. Thank you guys so much, and I will plan on seeing you guys next week. Take care.